Hey, AfterBuzzers, you're watching the fall finale of Ben and Lauren Happily Ever After, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That's what you get for waking up in Vegas. So I guess they all woke up in Vegas because this was What Happens in Vegas episode. Hey guys, you're watching us talk about the fall finale of Ben and Lauren Happily Ever After. I'm your host, Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at AllieGirl. And this is Sam Davidson. Where can they find you?
Hey guys, you can find me, Sam Davidson, Sam D43 on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm in the live chat if you guys want to talk about your feelings.
And Renee Ariel, where can they find you?
Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
Alrighty guys, so we were in Vegas, which that kind of made me get the itch. I want to go there now because it looked like so much fun. And we kind of kicked off the episode talking about Ben's testes.
I kind of liked it.
I thought it was a really funny side. I love seeing this kind of funny, quirky part of Ben where he talks about things that you would never expect being on like the Bachelor franchise. That's not something you would ever talk about.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny. I love that they kept bringing it up, and I love that that was such a big part of this episode. I thought it was hysterical. I was laughing out loud, like, by myself.
Me too. We all watched it alone, and so I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I was like watching it, being like, "Oh my gosh, this is pretty funny."
No,
and a lot of penis stuff, which I think is hilarious.
It was. I think we saw a different, a very much open side of a lot of the Bachelor guys, which was kind of interesting because we never really get to that part. Because that part's always like shut off. You don't really talk about it. Yeah, there's sperm. A lot about, you know, and it was funny because when they were talking about the sperm and the sperm count, I feel like they were all being very mature about it.
I know.
It was just a very serious talk about, yes, you should get tested to see if you can have babies.
Or at a bachelor party.
Yeah. Nonetheless, and only 3 of them went to go get tested.
All of them were supposed to.
Yeah, maybe they all. I thought it. Could you imagine? I'm sorry. Could you imagine girls, like, if we could get, you know what I mean? If we had that.
Yes.
And we all went, like, separately, or one group went 2 at a time, to go, like, masturbate, and we're all just waiting. I mean, we would never do that. That is the weirdest thing.
I know.
And I feel like with a penis, it's so much more awkward because it's like another thing that's there. And that poor lady's watching, and
well, she was sitting on the couch so awkwardly, like hands to the side, like, what next? Well, when they didn't have any music on, I was like, come on, guys, let's alleviate some of it.
Yeah.
It was almost as if they were like pooping, and they're like, turn on the water.
Well, as soon as Ben said, let's turn on the music, I was like, please, because this is just like painstakingly awkward. And when they did both go into the bedroom, I didn't know if it was a bedroom or if it was a bathroom.
Who was it? Who were the 2?
It was Dylan and JJ, right?
Of course, JJ. Do you remember JJ? Or no, you guys didn't watch this season, did you?
I didn't watch the season.
Yeah, he had some weird things.
He seemed a little quirky.
What do you mean some weird thing?
I love JJ. He's actually one of my favorite Bachelor franchise people. But whose season was he on? Caitlin's?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a bit of like there was like a bromance going on hardcore, but he had children and stuff, and he's a very interesting guy. I think he's hilarious, and I'm super happy to see him in tonight's episode. That's also one of the reasons I love this episode, was because it's like a spinoff of a Bachelor in Paradise or something.
Yeah, I was excited to see all of the characters, especially Ashley. I love her. I think she's
Ashley.
So honest, and I love how she just can call herself out. She was like, yeah, I mean, hey, maybe it would be a JJ and Ashley getting married. Wouldn't that be funny? Or she was talking about that.
She would touch him, and he was like, like, I'm gonna really try hard not to punch her in the face.
Yeah, no, but this was awesome to see them all together, and JJ and all of them, and Jared. I was so excited to see Jared. I'm obsessed with him. I think he's awesome. What are your guys' thoughts on who's your favorite person that was shown in this episode?
Ashley.
Ashley.
I love Ashley, but like I loved Ben's friend that was weirdly interviewed a lot in this episode. I thought he was kind
Dylan?
of cute. Dylan, that's the one.
He was awesome.
He was cute.
He was really good. And we finally see them split. All of the girls go to their side, the guys go to their side. What did you think about Lauren's side at the party? Did you think it looked entertaining and fun?
Yes, but I think that it's completely psychotic that neither of them told the people before. I think it would be appropriate to call everyone and say, we're still together and we love each other. We're just not doing this televised wedding and we still want to do this thing. So if you want to, it's going to be a big party. A lot of old Bachelor people come. It'll be fun. Like, that is a normal thing to do. And then it's like everyone's going under false pretenses. I would have felt a little bit gypped.
Yeah, it was a little awkward because there was so much, even the twins were kind of like, I don't really understand what's happening there. And that actually seemed like a genuine response. Like, I'm not really sure what's happening. Renee, you're looking like you don't agree.
No, I think this was so produced. Like, they're like, okay, this is what the episode's going to be. We're not going to tell some of these people that the wedding's off, but they're kind of going to know the wedding's off. We're going to have Ben and Lauren tell them separately that the wedding's off for dramatic effect. Lauren refused to do it. So then they had to come up with something quick for someone else to spill the beans. So they're like, we'll have the twins do it. America loves the twins. We'll have the twins tell them. First, they'll tell them and be confused. Then at the dinner table, they'll really tell them. And then Lauren won't be mad because Lauren planned the whole thing. And Lauren's going to be like, I'm actually relieved that the twins said something. No, you know why you're relieved? Because it was probably your idea. It was so fake. It was enjoyable to watch. But like, the whole like, oh my God, they don't know, was only for dramatic effects. So, I mean, we'll get to it. But it was for this finale of this final episode.
I don't think all of them are that good of actors.
You thought that was good acting? Actually, I was literally like, what? I don't think the wedding's off.
That's a really good one, though, with playing the hair.
Yeah.
No, you're right. They're not good actors because none of them were acting good at all. It was so fake.
You know who I thought was the most, like, great of maybe not acting, semi-acting, whatever
Tanner.
this was? Tanner was really good.
Tanner was
but
really
on the girl's side, Lauren's friend, the one that would join the twins,
Yeah.
she had the most so maybe she didn't know, and I don't know, but I feel like her responses were something as if, like, you know, a real friend would say those real things, so I could kind of relate to her. And I think I was trying so hard to believe that some of them didn't know. I feel like
If anything, they didn't really know what was happening because it wasn't actually happening, so they were confused what was going on, and
Yeah.
then someone had to make it clear. And since Lauren was not going to do that, which I think Lauren like disagreed with some of the stuff they wanted her to do, she had the twins do it. And even when they did it, it was still confusing. The
Yeah.
only time that seemed like certain, which was the first time we heard that from Lauren, is when she was talking about the fact that they were going to therapy and realized they didn't really know each other that well. That was the first time we had Lauren admit that they maybe didn't know each other that well and maybe they weren't ready, which was so, here's the thing, if from the beginning, like episodes ago, she was saying all of this, yeah, that makes sense. But this whole time it was Lauren being like, I don't get why Ben's doing this. And then this
Yeah.
one episode she starts saying things that make sense. No.
Well, I just kind of thought the whole thing, she was so awkward about it all and just kind of smiling, and then her friends are giving her this advice, and when they were in the nail salon, she was just kind of, the whole thing about, oh, what do you prefer, being single or being in a relationship? And they kind of went around the circle. And it's like, obviously, it's to each their own. Being single and taken are really, it's kind of like hand in hand, because you can either love being single at the time in the moment, but when you meet someone, it's great. But it's like that whole conversation, and then like it was thrown on Lauren. It was just kind of like she had to say
Well, no, she said that being in a relationship was harder. So they were asking which was harder.
I know, but I felt like she had to say it was harder because of the situation they were in, so then it would be like an easier way for them to understand why the wedding was called off.
Yeah, producing.
But I just felt like it was a little uncomfortable. Sam?
I felt the same way, but I did love the beauty salon scene. Who doesn't like to go get mani-pedis together? I actually hate getting a mani-pedi, so I like having a friend with me. It's a lot of fun, which actually brings us to something really fun that we get to promote, which is called BeautyCon Box. It's a subscription box that's delivered to your door each season.
What?
Each box is curated by your favorite beauty gurus.
That sounds amazing.
And guys, it's over $150 worth of product for
my God.
$30.
What?
Yeah,
Stop.
$30.
Dang.
I need to go sign up right now.
I
Yeah.
will. If you sign up now, you will save $20 off the annual payment, which is super awesome. I think actually no, I did it right before I got here. and now I'm telling you guys about it.
I need to do this. Maybe this can be like my Christmas presents this year.
Right?
It'd be a really good idea. With the seasonal payment plan, you can pay each month for the box and the shipping costs. It's perfect. So check out beautycon.com/box to sign up for your subscription. Use the box code BOXBUZZ. Guys, BOXBUZZ for 20% off of your subscription.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
Guys, there's Ofra lipstick and mocha Flutter Lash Eye Slay lashes.
I love Flutter lashes.
And Jour lip conditioner.
Jouer.
Ooh, lip conditioner.
Jouer.
That sounds
Jouer lip
interesting.
conditioner. I know this because I use their tinted moisturizer.
Yeah,
Love
guys,
it.
check
Love
it
it.
out. I would actually love this.
What was the website again?
It would be, let's see. Here it is. It is BeautyCon Box.
BeautyCon Box, and it's Box Buzz.
So
for
it's
20% off.
beautycon.com/box to sign up for your subscription.
Yes, and then
perfect.
use Box Buzz for 20% off for
doing
watching our show and loving us, and we love you. So we wanted to give you guys a little early Christmas gift.
Yes, that sounds great. I need to go sign up right after the show.
Yeah, me
Right
too.
after we start going back to talking about that awkward scene in the nail salon with just like the relationship thing.
So awkward. And who brought it up? I think it was Ashley. No, was it her friend? You could just so tell that someone was like, hey, this is the question you casually ask. Okay, if you're going to someone's bachelorette party, you're not like, what's harder? Being in a relationship or being single? They're getting married. What do you mean, what's harder?
Yeah.
It's like kind of rude.
It is rude.
Yeah, because like obviously you want to be supportive of your friend and that she's getting married and that she's been through this whole process, which obviously it wasn't hard. And a lot of the guys brought that up, which there was kind of some comments that were made at the dinner table on Ben's side of the bachelor party that I was like, whoa. Like I think Jared made a comment, or no. One of the friends, I don't know who it was, they said, well, this is kind of a process where there's not likely a high success rate, which I kind of thought was a very harsh thing to say, considering half of them were on the show, and you know,
And half of them are single.
it's true, but still, like to say that in such like awkward circumstances where you just found out that your friend's wedding might be getting called off was kind of a little bit out there, I thought.
I'm happy for it, though. At least someone spoke the truth.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel like Dylan throughout the whole your favorite, he did kind of call it how it was the whole episode. We don't know if he was told to call it how it was, but
I liked him. I thought he was pretty real.
I thought he was too, and I felt like everything that came out of his mouth I was really understanding, and he talked a lot about how this is awkward. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know why he didn't tell us this, which we don't know, and all of us are trying to figure out like why didn't they tell their friends, their best friends, before they would get to a situation like that. I feel like it would even make it uncomfortable for her sister because she has to like kind of keep this whole secret.
Yeah, the poor sister is like, I have had enough of this.
It was just kind of a little uncomfortable, but they did have some fun. They went to a pool party. I mean, it looks like fun to me. Did you guys want to join in on the fun?
That was like fun.
Yeah, I mean, I followed them on Instagram and Snapchat at that time. I was super into I've been a Snapchat slacker lately. But at the time, I followed them on Snapchat, like the twins and Lauren, and saw it all go down. I wrote an article about it for one of the blogs I write for, like their joint party. But at the time when I wrote it, I didn't know that the wedding wasn't happening, which is interesting.
Yeah, I saw the same stuff on Instagram play out. You saw all these like great fun pictures. I'm like, wow, I wonder why a lot of the Bachelor people are there. And now I kind of understand why. But I mean, we've just been kind of thrown different ways, like different things throughout these entire episodes where every episode I almost forget what has happened in the previous one. So did you feel like this episode did a good job of just kind of making you forget about everything and just kind of be like, oh, well, it looks like fun?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's every other episode for me that I like.
Yeah, same.
Last week, I was watching it when I was home in Cleveland, and my mom walked in. My mom's a huge Bachelor fan, and she walked in and she goes, what is this? What is this that they're doing right now at the house? I'm confused. And it's, some episodes are good and some are just completely off kilter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just kind of, it's like we were on this roller coaster ride with them the whole time, and what we were supposed to be, I mean, I'm seeing it now. We were supposed to be on a roller coaster ride because we're supposed to be like, what's happening? And then we kind of get to this conclusion of, well, I guess this is what was happening the whole time. This was the whole plan throughout it all. But I mean, at the end of the day, I was like kind of excited that it ended this way because I was super happy. I laughed a lot. I loved seeing the Bachelor fans, and the dinners looked they looked kind of, besides the awkward point, it looked like they ended it pretty well. But we saw them have the marquee, and that kind of brought them all together. What did you guys think about them kind of going on, first of all, going on the whole like joint bachelorette party, and then it was like, let's see each other, let's go look at our life, like how we came to this point.
Well, they had to do the joint bachelorette party because it's hilarious that they're having a bachelor and bachelorette party with people from the Bachelor and from the Bachelorette. I loved the video. Even that got to me. It was so cute. It was an adorable moment that I experienced alone. I was like, oh, I'm so alone.
I know.
It was
I
so
felt the same
cute.
way. Me
You're
too.
like, oh my gosh, this is love. And that was really adorable, and I loved that moment. As with so many moments in this episode, I really did find this episode really, really funny and enjoyable, and that moment brought you a little bit of tears of joy, cuteness. I had fun for most of the episode.
Me too. I liked it, and it made me think like what they could have done better, like what they could have kept that they did in this episode throughout the whole season, making things not so forced. I think traveling would have been a good thing for them. At least, to get it going, to have real experiences. And I guess they did. I know they did that a little bit, but some of the stuff that was so forced, I didn't care for.
Well, and you bring up a good point because there was a little bit of a commercial break in between. I don't know if you guys caught it.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was Ben and Lauren being themselves. And I was like, that is what we want. Did you catch it, Renee?
Which ones? Oh,
it was
the
like
bloopers?
Yeah, the bloopers
that
of
was
all
really
them.
cute.
And I'm just like, that's what we've talked about in our shows in the previous episodes, where we're like, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of their genuine love for each other, which we just kind of got gypped of. I feel like we didn't get to see that raw relationship that we know and love so well.
And I almost feel like the reason they fought so much was because they made them do all of this fake crap.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they wanted, but at the end of the day, I don't think they wanted that because it seemed so fake. But I loved it when Lauren, like, picked food out of his teeth and then was like, ew, and, like, wiped it on his shirt.
Yeah, I'm like, that's real stuff that happens. And I think it was just kind of, we all see this image, and we have this image in our heads of Ben and Lauren. And even their friends said that. They're like, this is weird because they're so perfect together. And obviously, a lot of the people that have been around them know them the most, and we're just seeing this on an outsider's perspective. So if we can see a small glimpse of that, I just kind of wish we would have seen even more, because the marquee is what kind of tied it all together for me. Like, okay, yes, I know I love them.
Yeah, because they need to see themselves on a big screen TV together to realize that they're meant for each other. Just kidding, a little bit. But I also thought that when everyone found out, their friends found out, it was more like, how does this make me feel? Because they were my ideal couple. And now I feel bad. Now I'm worried. Like, each of those people were all worried about, like, themselves because that's the couple they put all of this energy into of being this ideal thing. So now it's ruined for them. And each person that they talked to were like, wow, that's messed up because what am I going to do now? And I mean, that's who I thought put on a pedestal.
I just thought that was so fake. I feel like the producers were like, you thought Ben and Lauren were like the perfect couple. How does that make you feel about your future love relationships? Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like they all had to be like, Ben and Lauren were so perfect. This makes me not believe in love anymore. Like, that feels like something from a movie that they tried too hard to push. Because especially when you're hearing it over and over again, I guarantee you, if we were reacting to someone's breakup, we wouldn't all be in the room talking about the same thing separately. We wouldn't all be like, this makes me think this way about my relationships. We wouldn't. We'd be like, that's our friend, and is she hurt? Is she okay?
Yeah.
That's why I know it was produced, like super produced.
Or they're just selfish.
Yeah, that's
all of
true.
them.
Well, I mean, I kind of was like, oh, you're right. Like, I wouldn't really think about that way, but we're just kind of seeing a different perspective because it is true. Everybody saw them as being this, like, Cinderella couple, and they were just perfect. And then they're like, well, dang, I've been on all these dating shows and I can't even find something, and if they can't find something and they're perfect, what is it?
Because let's base life off of the Bachelor franchise, because that is what happens. I mean, it made me feel like, wow, I can't even, I mean, I know these people are narcissists, but I pretend like they're not when I watch it because I want to like them. But thank you for reminding me again that all of these people are narcissists.
Well, I just feel like they maybe don't even know what's being produced now, because like I see like some of them were kind of I felt like it was natural to me, but maybe it's because when I picture them on like Bachelor in Paradise
In
so
bikinis.
I'm like picturing Ashley I like talking about herself, like, but she seemed a little bit more like not upset on this one, so I'm like, wow, this is a different Ashley I. So maybe I just kind of focused too much about like what it was in their past, so then I see them as that person. I'm like, wow, you're acting different. It doesn't feel as forced to me. I don't know.
But, you know, I think they probably cut out all the parts of her stalking Jared in his hotel room, knocking.
I actually wanted to see them together, and we didn't get one glimpse of them together.
I know. She'd be like, Jared, are you okay? Are you so sad they're, like, I'm going to break up soon? Because I love you. Like, maybe we should take their wedding from Chris Harrison. Maybe. I literally thought at the end that Ben was going to be like, Chris?
I thought so too. We're ready. We're back on. And then Chris would like come out of nowhere like, hello.
Yeah.
He'd pop out of the bushes and be like, I've been here the whole time.
That was the one thing missing from the finale that would have made it just a little bit cheesier.
I actually wish he would have come out with the champagne and been like, let's
No, I wanted him to give her a rose.
Oh, that would have been great. I mean, I guess we can just talk about the finale. And they are happily ever after. So there's no question mark anymore. It is just happily ever after. What were your thoughts?
I've got some stuff to say about this. First of all, how many freaking times is Ben going to propose to Lauren? It was kind of another proposal. He said that you're my person again. He was all romantic, whatever. Literally, he did it on The Bachelor. He did it on After Final Rose. And now he's doing it on the finale of his reality TV show. We get it. You want to marry Lauren. Stop trying to make that a thing. We get it. We know it. And then now there's this awkward, like, romantic music playing in the background while they forced all of these people on top of a rooftop so Ben could propose to his fiance again. And then Lauren goes, we really are happily ever after. What else? Yeah, most awkward ending ever. So awkward. Oh, and the awkward noise in the background. You could hear, like, people talking. Because this was so awkward, and it seemed like they're like this. It honestly seemed like, I don't think this is going to work out. Let's just film the scene on the rooftop. And it wasn't working, like, just film it. So bad. So bad. I'm sorry, but that finale was so bad, that ending. I really didn't like that ending at all.
I thought they looked like they wanted to bone so bad, and they were ready to get out of there. I liked it. I was excited for them to get to the hotel room and do it. That's how I felt about it.
I got some different vibes.
Allie, did you get somewhere in the middle?
I think I'm actually right in the middle, because I saw... Oh my gosh, I can't stop. Okay, I'm like somewhere in the middle, because I did feel like there was some tension between them. Good tension, some sexual
they're like,
tension.
it's over.
Yeah, like I feel like all of a sudden it was like this like excitement came out of them. Like, all right, we can finally like do the thing. Like we can announce to the world we're getting married, we're doing this. And then onto your perspective, I do understand it was like they had to throw in the happily ever after, which they didn't need to do, because honestly, if we're seeing that the wedding's back on, we know you're happily ever after. We don't need that extra affirmation. But I did think that the ending scene gave me a lot more than I've gotten in a lot of the other scenes, and I'm appreciative of that.
What did you get from it?
Attraction towards each other. I feel like the whole...
So their interaction, not the scene.
No, sorry. Their interaction with each other. Like, they looked at each other in a way we haven't seen yet.
I'm just so thankful there wasn't another dip kiss, because, like, no more dip kisses. Freeform, kill the dip kiss. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel natural. No one likes a dip kiss.
Stop trying to make dip kisses happening.
It's not gonna happen.
Well, I guess on that note, we can be so very, very happy for Ben and Lauren. We can officially be excited for them on social media, because the wedding is on. We don't know a date yet.
Can I ask a quick question of you guys? So, do you think there will be a season 2 of them? Okay, all right. But do you think there could be another couple that they'll do this for?
No.
I think so.
No.
Which one would it be?
Wait, are you talking about like an all Bachelor franchise?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be JoJo and Jordan.
And I think they're going to do it way better. They're going to kill the crap
You
out
think
of
they're
it.
going to do this with JoJo
But I
and
don't- I
Jordan? They
think
would have
it-
already
have
started
you
filming.
seen their Snapchats?
Oh, I love JoJo and Jordan. I love watching their Snapchats. I'm saying at this point, considering we know they haven't started filming anything, and Ben and Lauren were pretty open about like when they're filming or what they started, it would have already happened. They've been together for too long.
Well, I'm going to put it out there. I want that to happen.
I want
them to do a better job.
Very different show if they do this again. A very different show. I want to see their actual lives. I want to see their actual relationships. You can you know what, produce some stuff. Produce a fight with her mom. I don't care. But like I want to see the real relationship. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to see her life after The Bachelor. I don't want to see her trying to become a zookeeper. I want to see JoJo actually living her life, trying to figure out everything after The Bachelor.
Well,
that I'll watch.
When I watched The Bachelor, Ben's season, from the second I met JoJo, I said, this girl's going to be the next Bachelorette. She's a star. I love her. I think that she could turn her franchise with Jordan into something amazing because she is just honest and beautiful and she doesn't really put up with bullshit. Sorry. But not that Lauren does ish, but she just shuts down more. JoJo puts up a fight, and I want to see that.
Lauren's very good at you know, like they said, she's very level-headed. She's very like I'll do what I have to do. Like she's very strong. And we did, you know, the show, it was great to see them end up together. I'm glad they're happily ever after. But I think they have probably all learned a lot from this, and a lot of the feedback is probably something they're going to take, and I think they are going to do something else. I think maybe not with this couple, but something else from the Bachelor franchise is going to accrue from this, and I'm excited. Whatever it may be, we are Bachelor fans forever.
Through and through, guys.
I can't wait for next season of The Bachelor, though, for real.
Oh my gosh.
The promos, that song is perfect with him.
I can't even. I'm excited.
Nana.
It's so good. So exciting. Well, I'm happy, like I could say this 700 times, happy for you, Ben and Lauren, and I'm glad there's no question mark anymore. Thank you guys so much for joining us this season. We've had so much fun talking. Make sure you still subscribe, comment, tweet us, and we will chat with you on maybe another show, maybe if there's another season, possibly. Again, I'm Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta, on Instagram at AllieGirl. And Sam, where can they find you?
You guys can find me, Sam Davidson, at samdavidsonentertainment.com, Twitter and Instagram, SamD43. I just want to thank Woodcutter's Daughter. You can find them on Instagram for this beautiful necklace, and Disco Gems for my beautiful ring.
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
Alrighty, thanks guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.